is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has... Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the...
This world is full of unsolved mysteries. Windblade! Takes us up to... Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret... Alright, let's follow your plan, then... Oh. Hey, looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon... Oh, that's right! Now that you mention it, we could...
For justice. Time to act.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. What? No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to... No, but...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at...
Well, here they come.
I must
must leave no stone unturned.
Solidify!
Tactical! Retreat!
Rain outlines your fate.
To arms! Take the target alive!
No, my sword!
Solidify! Attack! Take this!
Steady as stone.
Take the target alive! Who goes there? Attack! Gather! Take the target alive!
Leave it all to me.
Bested.
I'll catch up. Steady as stone.
Rain outlines your fate.
With the wind.
Tactical!
To arms!
Retreat!
Attack!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Take the target alive! this!
Leave it up.
Attack! Lithic Triad!
No, my sword!
Beaten.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs of—
Who are you calling strange?
You want to—
We're invited guests, here to look for the
Well, as it happens, I am one—
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Eh? Oh, right.
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I'd be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile
Favor? But... Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that you... So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing... Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super... Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon And I...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one!
Stabilize!
Go! Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or... Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders...
I must leave no stone un...
You're open! Order guide you. Solidify! Gather! Gather! You're open!
Have a taste of this! Dodge this!
Leave it all to me.
You're open!
Thank you for your...
Aw, it was nothing. No need...
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk... I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques?
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh? And what might...
do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without... Now just give me a moment and I'll let the...
Great!
Someone needs assistance.
Hey there!
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. Here, this...
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure, please help your...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should... It's done! The one and...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two freshly...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all the... According to Kuching, this is what we should... Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for the yuan.
I've been waiting for you.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our...
Oh, for me. You... This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been... As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out...
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to...
Wait. What?
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang...
You weren't peeking on us...
I fear that peeking would have been a little... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis of having played a part of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions. That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make your...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this...
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, if possible. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy you'd pick... I originally thought her a bit too... But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. It's for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends,
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about...
Yay! One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets. Just imagine. Let's grab one. The biggest one.
So, have you... You don't have to confirm it with me. Afterwards, why not sit down for a while in the Jade Chamber? Or have a short... Come now. There's no need to stand on ceremony.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is... La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle. Sigil of permissions. Aw, that doesn't sound like This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon, speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, well, Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm... That's way out of pipe. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as...
Sorry. Anything business related is confidential.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper.
Solidify!
I must leave no stone unturned. No, my sword!
I will end you.
I will have order. Gather!
Higher, higher, hands on fire! Steady as stone.
Gather!
Rain outlines your body and mind. Leave it all to...
This is order. Solidify!
No, my sword!
Send this quickly. This is trouble. Let's not waste time. This one's well done.
Solidify! Order guide you.
Let me weave you a verse. As a good night should. Steady as stone. Rain outlines your fate.
This one's well done. Let's end this quickly. This one's well done.
Solidify!
Yes, this one's well done. Let's end this quickly.
Solidify!
This one's well done. This one's well done. This isn't good. Roasted fry. This one's well done. You need to hurry up.
I must... No, my sword!
Roasted. But unfortunately,
Solidify!
shouldn't get careless. Let's move. Cook this through.
parchments here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hand? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil, talismans like that were what? Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission and being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, the last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that
Oh. So you also met with...
She said the
No respect. Indeed, contrary to... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is open.
No, those lilies have all been gone. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people... Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct. You're
So how good is your singing? Really? What?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They're really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
No, my sword!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals...
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face? Paimon can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems... She's acting different from the...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 37...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis after the war ended. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that I also know where wild glaze lilies can be.
We did.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me, I should...
And that just about does it. Our preparation, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks. In more...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Jean... Alright, I think it's about...
Cheryl. Silly Billy Hilly Cheryl. Woo.
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millelith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Childe's close associates. Please understand that your actions...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion...
Having connections with the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants... He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
One client, 2 clients, 3 clients. Phew! Toodaloo.
Wanna come over for tea?
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even... This is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got... But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora, it's like a dream come true! Oh, right! It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon's... Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right! Go!
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time... Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure. The battle.
Battle? So you're the...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the city. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. Fighting talk, I love it! Now... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got! So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint! Poor time.
Stabilize!
I'll catch up.
How unbecoming.
must leave no stone unturned.
A fine opportunity.
Stabilize!
You've made some progress.
Leave it all to me.
Passable effort.
Quake!
Poor time. Passable effort. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Solidify!
You've got some skills. My turn.
Stabilize!
Rain outlines your fate.
My turn. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
No, my sword!
Steady! No, my sword!
Stabilize! Rise!
I must leave no stone unturned. No, my sword!
Stabilize! Order guide you! Stabilize!
Die here.
Look! Childe's back to...
Well then, it seems the burden of... And now that I consider the matter more... You had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where it had...
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to... This battle has already left me. Anyone who strives...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must... Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone. In fact, it might be that the...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears... It seems that the Guardian... As such, we must never...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. The truth is, the world belongs... Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about it.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone fort.
A god?
Osile, Overlord, if such an ancient god... Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis...
But the Archon...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against... But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? Paimon, if we hadn't happened to see the... Did we make it in time? As they...
What?
faced with the calamity of such
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you... just seeing this over...
It's not just you, which is why we must stop that
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it peaked. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms?
I suppose this is... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Not breaking a sweat! My duty.
Let's move. Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind, witness the power of Gurwa.
Have a load of this!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Stabilize! The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't help...
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is... Defil energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Killjoy!
Body and mind.
Looks like I went no slacking off. My work finished.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Body and mind.
Leave it all to me.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Look at me. Just once more.
You're not going anywhere.
Leave it all to me.
Quake! No excuse for slacking. My duty.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Steady as stone.
Yes, this is it. Got it! Let's end this quickly! This is it. No excuse for slacking.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that. Thank you all for hearing me out.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of... But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of...
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our adept...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would...
This morning, Rex Lapid...
What?
In the dream, I yearned. I also thought to tell him, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him and...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so Why not?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I can't.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps. Although I am a mere.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we...
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there. When danger is near, thanks for protecting me.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts
Seeing the port around...
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city... One fears that by the time one finally... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptilus Rite of Part? Means that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor. Phew. Huh? Go!
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who...
What are you
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure...
Thank you so very much.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all, so it might be best to keep things...
Well, if it isn't you two...
Paimon...
Oh, now don't say... Besides, I thought we were getting along... Nothing personal. We just have... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which the...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the... No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely...
Yeah, you don't think you win a...
Gather...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the... Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost... That's right. Which is why I continued to...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and you...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their... And hats off to the... All the while, I carried on as Zhong. These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's
Huh?
Hey, what about me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us,
Realistically speaking, there is...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
Toodaloo.